Imagine a fish without a face, no eyes, no visible mouth, just a smooth, ghostly head atop an eel-like body. This isn't a creature from a science fiction movie. It's the faceless cusk-eel, a real deep-sea dweller that's been baffling scientists for over a century. At first glance, the faceless cusk-eel appears to be exactly what its name suggests: a fish without a face. Its bulbous head seems to lack the most basic features we associate with fish: eyes and a mouth. But appearances can be deceiving, especially when it comes to deep-sea creatures. The faceless cusk-eel's most striking feature is its smooth, rounded head that appears to seamlessly transition into its body. Where one might expect to find eyes, there is only an expanse of pale, almost translucent skin. This eyeless appearance is so profound that when scientists first encountered it, they were convinced they had discovered an entirely new species. However, closer examination reveals that the faceless cusk-eel does indeed possess eyes. They're just hidden beneath a layer of skin. In smaller specimens, these eyes are visible, albeit deeply recessed. As the fish grows larger, the eyes become increasingly obscured, leading to the faceless appearance in adult specimens. This gradual concealment of the eyes is a fascinating example of how deep-sea creatures can modify seemingly essential features to suit their lightless environment. The mouth of the faceless cusk-eel is another peculiarity. Instead of being located at the front of the head, as in most fish, it's found on the underside. This ventral positioning gives the fish its characteristic faceless appearance when viewed from the front or sides. The mouth is also protrusible, meaning it can extend outward to capture prey, a common adaptation among deep-sea fish that maximizes feeding efficiency in an environment where meals are few and far between. Another notable feature is the pair of large nostrils located on the front of the head. These oversized olfactory organs likely play a crucial role in detecting food in the darkness of the deep sea, compensating for the reduced role of vision. The body of the faceless cusk-eel is elongated and tapers to a point, lacking a distinct tail fin. Its fins are reduced and darkly colored, blending seamlessly with the body. This streamlined shape allows for efficient movement in the high-pressure environment of the deep ocean. Despite its alien appearance, the faceless cusk-eel is a remarkable example of how evolution shapes organisms to thrive in extreme environments, sacrificing familiar features for those that provide a survival advantage in the cold, dark depths of the ocean. The faceless cusk-eel is a true denizen of the deep, inhabiting a realm few humans have ever laid eyes on. These creatures make their home in the abyssal plains of the world's oceans, typically at depths ranging from 3935 to 5100 meters, which is about 2910 to 16,732 feet below the surface. To put this into perspective, if Mount Everest were placed in the ocean, its peak would still be more than a kilometer beneath where these fish swim. At these extreme depths, the environment is unlike anything we experience on the surface. The water pressure is immense, reaching up to 500 times that at sea level. Temperatures hover just above freezing, typically around 1 degree Celsius or 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Light from the sun is completely absent, plunging the habitat into perpetual darkness. The seafloor at these depths is often a barren expanse of fine sediment, punctuated occasionally by the odd boulder or deep-sea vent. Despite the challenges of studying creatures in such an inhospitable environment, scientists have managed to piece together a picture of the faceless cusk-eel's distribution. These fish have been found in various parts of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, suggesting a wider range than initially thought. Specimens have been collected or observed in waters off Australia, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Japan, and even as far east as Hawaii. The wide distribution of the faceless cusk-eel across such vast oceanic distances raises intriguing questions about how these deep-sea dwellers disperse and maintain genetic connectivity between populations. It's possible that the uniform conditions of the deep sea allow for a more continuous habitat than we see in shallower waters, enabling these fish to spread over large areas. Living in the extreme environment of the deep sea has led the faceless cusk-eel to develop a suite of fascinating adaptations and behaviors. These modifications allow it to not just survive, but thrive in conditions that would be lethal to most surface-dwelling organisms. One of the most notable adaptations is the reduction of the fish's eyes. In a world of perpetual darkness, large, energy-intensive eyes provide little benefit. Instead, the faceless cusk-eel has evolved to rely more heavily on other senses. Its enlarged nostrils suggest a keen sense of smell, which is likely crucial for detecting food in the vast, dark expanse of its habitat. The protrusible mouth of the faceless cusk-eel is another key adaptation. This feature allows the fish to quickly extend its jaws to capture prey that might drift or swim by. In an environment where food is scarce and every meal counts, this ability to rapidly snatch up potential food items is a significant advantage. The fish's body shape and coloration are also tailored to deep-sea life. Its elongated, eel-like body allows for efficient movement through the water, while its pale coloration likely helps it blend in with the dim, bluish light that manages to penetrate to these depths. Some specimens have been observed to have a slightly gelatinous body composition, which is common among deep-sea fish and may help them withstand the immense pressure of their environment. In terms of behavior, the faceless cusk-eel is believed to be a relatively sedentary creature. Given the scarcity of food and the energy costs of movement at such depths, it's likely that these fish spend much of their time conserving energy, moving only when necessary to feed or avoid predators. The reproductive behavior of the faceless cusk-eel remains largely a mystery. However, based on what we know about related species, it's possible that they employ strategies such as internal fertilization and the production of relatively few, well-developed offspring. This would be in line with the slow life history strategy adopted by many deep-sea creatures, where energy is invested in producing a small number of offspring with a higher chance of survival, rather than numerous offspring with lower individual chances. One intriguing aspect of cusk-eel behavior that has been observed in related species is sound production. Some cusk-eels are known to produce vocalizations, possibly for communication or during courtship. While this hasn't been directly observed in the faceless cusk-eel, the possibility adds another layer of intrigue to this already mysterious creature. The faceless cusk-eel's adaptations and behaviors paint a picture of a creature exquisitely tuned to its environment. Each feature, from its hidden eyes to its protrusible mouth, tells a story of survival in one of Earth's most challenging habitats. The story of the faceless cusk-eel's discovery is as fascinating as the fish itself, spanning nearly 150 years of oceanographic exploration. This tale of scientific pursuit showcases how our understanding of the deep sea has evolved over time, and how modern technology is allowing us to revisit and expand upon the groundbreaking discoveries of the past. The faceless cusk-eel first entered scientific records during one of the most famous oceanographic expeditions in history, the voyage of HMS Challenger. This pioneering mission, which circumnavigated the globe from 1872 to 1876, laid the foundations for modern oceanography. On August 25, 1874, the Challenger's crew dredged up 2 specimens of an unknown fish from a depth of 4,465 meters in the Coral Sea, just outside what is now Australia's exclusive economic zone. These specimens were later described and named Typhlonus nasus, with the genus name derived from the Greek words for blind, typhlos, and hake, onos, reflecting the fish's apparent lack of eyes. The species name nasus refers to its prominent snout. After this initial discovery, the faceless cusk-eel seemed to vanish from scientific view, especially in Australian waters. For over 140 years, no further specimens were recorded from the region, leading to speculation about the rarity of the species or changes in its distribution. Fast forward to May 2017, and the faceless cusk-eel made a dramatic reappearance. During a month-long expedition aboard the research vessel Investigator, Australian scientists were exploring never-before-studied abyssal plains off Australia's eastern coast. To their amazement, they hauled up a specimen of Typhlonus nasus from about 4,000 meters below the surface. This rediscovery sparked renewed interest in the species. The 2017 specimen was larger than those previously recorded, suggesting that our understanding of the fish's size and growth patterns might need revision. The find also highlighted how little we still know about life in the deep sea, even in areas relatively close to well-studied coastlines. Since its rediscovery, the faceless cusk-eel has captured public imagination, becoming something of a poster child for deep-sea exploration. Its bizarre appearance and the story of its long absence and rediscovery have made it a social media sensation, drawing attention to the importance of deep-sea research. Modern expeditions studying the faceless cusk-eel and its habitat employ technologies that would have seemed like science fiction to the crew of the Challenger. Multi-beam sonar allows for detailed mapping of the seafloor, while remotely operated vehicles equipped with high-definition cameras can observe these fish in their natural habitat. Advanced genetic techniques are also being used to understand the relationships between different populations of the species across its wide distribution. The story of the faceless cusk-eel's discovery and rediscovery serves as a powerful reminder of how much we have yet to learn about the deep sea. What other deep-sea creatures would you like to learn about? If you found this journey into the abyss as captivating as I did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.